Now I have 2 more days. As a matter of fact, I leapt twice. First at 2 p.m. on the 13th, where the machine was completed. From there, I leapt an additional 48 hours to 2 p.m. on the 11th. It was my first consecutive leap, but it seems to have gone well. The sky is red outside. I immediately head downstairs to see Suzuha. I'm relieved to see that her hand isn't burned. When I explain the situation, Suzuha races to Radicon to confirm my story. After she realizes I'm telling the truth, I take her back to the lab and have her repeat the explanation she gave us before I time leaped. We come to the conclusion that all we can do right now is try our best to repair Suzuha's time machine. Let's go take a look. Daru's unusually enthusiastic. I guess Suzuha's talk of attractor fields and divergence and correcting history's mistakes got his blood pumping. Hold on, everyone! Mary stops as we're about to leave the lab. Guys? Am I forgetting something? Like what? What about Suzu-san's dad? Oh, right. I thought Suzuha was lying about that. When I turn to her, she looks away.
That doesn't matter now, does it?
It does too! I mean, it'll take time to fix the machine, won't it? We should help Suzu-san find her dad in the meantime. Right?
But when I show reluctance, Mayuri puffs out her cheeks.
Don't be like that, Okarin. You have to keep your promise.
What promise?
We promised, remember? We said we'd all look for Suzu-san's dad.
That's right. I convinced her to say by promising to help her look for her father. Yeah, I remember.
I know Suzu-san has a mission and stuff, but I think she also came because she really wants to meet her dad. Mayushi wants to make that happen.
Mayushi feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse.
Sheena Mayuri, you're such a nice girl.
Suzuha sniffles.
You're right. I thought I could find him if I came to this town. I know that he was in Akihabara in 2010.
So your father's real?
Of course he is! At this age, he's still young and cool.
His name was Barrel Taita, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, a foreigner?
Nah, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese. Barrel Tighter is his codename in the Resistance. I don't think he's using it yet.
So that's why Suzuha calls herself John Taita.
I don't know his real name. Some daughter, huh?
Suzuha looks like she's about to cry for an instant, but she quickly covers it with a bitter smile.
He died before he could tell me.
Hearing that, I realize how hellish the world she came from must be. What about your surname, Amame?
That was my mother's maiden name.
So you have no leads.
Leads? Oh, there is one thing.
Suzuha claps her hands together and starts patting her pockets. A few seconds later, she reaches into one and pulls out
A pin?
I've seen Suzuha fiddling with it before. It's just a regular pin. The kind you stick on your hat or bag.
There's something written on it.
It reads I'm assuming it's short for I'm gonna say Oshimura, but there's no I in it. OSHM ****A 7010.
This belonged to my dad.
Memento. Google it, Daru. Daru runs a search, but only gets incomprehensible foreign sites.
He was here in Akihabara, so I think we can exclude the foreign sites.
Okay, got it. He narrows the search down to Japanese sites. But even then, none of the results look relevant. Nothing.
But this has to be some kind of hint.
With Suzuha's permission, I take a picture of the pin.
Okay, all in favor of helping Suzuha-san find her dad.
I want to argue that there's no time for that, but Mary's right when she says that the time machine won't be ready for a while. I guess there's no harm in letting her have her way. After all, there's no point in running, not even with 2 days head start. Even if I dragged Mayuri to the ends of the earth, we wouldn't be able to escape her death. I know that now. No objections.
Thanks, Ocarine!
Daru raises his hand in agreement. So does Kurisu. It's decided. We'll help Suzuha find her father.
Hey everyone! Thank you. But I want to be clear that my mission in 1975 comes first. That was my dad's final wish, after all. So if we still haven't found him by the time the repairs are complete, I think we should give up. Is that okay?
You sure?
If we still haven't found him by then, it was just meant to be.
It's a relief to hear Suzuha say that. So, where do we start? Pin is our only hint. We'll hit up every store in Akiba that sells things like this. Maybe someone will know where it came from.
What kind of stores?
Akihabara is full of niche stores where you can find strange and cool accessories. Like Radicon! You know, the coolest accessory. A satellite. It's hard to sneak into Radicon in the daytime. There isn't a crowd out front like before, but pedestrian traffic remains constant. It takes us about 30 minutes to find a way in. Kurisu is back at the lab working on the time leap machine. It needs to be complete before 2 PM on the 13th. If she's late, it could affect my ability to time leap, which could lower my chances of saving Mayuri. Speaking of Mayuri, she wandered off somewhere in search of Suzuha's father. How does it look? I call to Daru, who is examining the flooded satellite. Time machine, while Suzuha and I keep a lookout. Daru crawls out of the machine. He's covered in sweat and his breathing is heavy. We quickly help pull his huge body out. The time machine is completely visible from the street. If someone were to see us up here, they might report us to the police. It's been 2 weeks since the satellite appeared, but Akiba still has tourists who come just to see it. We need to get I need to put my teeth back in, it's what I need to do. We need to take care not to be noticed. It's so freaking hot in there! It's worse than a sauna. Spend too much time in there and I'll turn into Daru jerky. By the way, it's not gonna fall or anything, right? The time machine is balanced precariously on the ledge, but the police have hooked it up with support wires, so Daru probably has nothing to worry about.
Can it be fixed?
Well, I still don't know for sure. But there is one thing I noticed just now. It's built kinda like the phone wave. That means there's a chance, right? I said I'm not sure. I need to poke around some more. Daru, Super Hacker. Everything depends on your skills now. You are the Super Hacker who will save the world. In 2036, people will worship you instead of Kurisu, the mother of the time machine. It's Hacker! How many times do I have to tell you? Anyway, you have 2 days. Do whatever it takes, Daru. I place my hand on Daru's shoulder and look straight into his eyes. You're our only hope. No promises, man. And why 2 days? Well, because that's when Mayuri will die. But I can't say that.
In 2 days, the weather conditions will be perfect for creating the ring singularity. If we miss that window, we won't have chance till next year.
Nice excuse, Suzuha.
そうだ
Precisely.
そういうことだ
Fix it in 2 days? That's just nuts.
ならばそんなお前に
But if you do, you'll earn the right to a date with Faris.
やってくれるな
Can you fix it?
いいですとも
No problem! Great. Now I just need to figure out how I'm going to convince Faris. OSMH **** A 7010. We're searching for something with the same cryptic logo as this mysterious pin. Honestly, I didn't think it would be this difficult. Akabura has plenty of niche stores, but they're all for electronic goods and PC parts. There aren't many selling accessories though, like Suzuha's pin. We check everyone we can find, but come up empty-handed. None of the store employees have any idea where it came from either. We even checked nearby neighborhoods like Ueno and Asakura. Nothing. Suzuha and I returned to the lab with heavy hearts.
おかえり
Welcome back.
Kurisu emerges from the development room to greet us. She's alone.
その顔じゃ
From the looks of your faces, I guess you didn't find anything.
ダルは
Where's Daru?
戻ってない
He hasn't
暗
come
くなっ
back
たし
yet.
直接帰
It's
ったん
already
じゃない
dark, so maybe he went straight home?
It's too dark to work at Radikar now. We can't use lights because that would be too conspicuous to the people below. Mayuri isn't around. Is she making any progress in the search for Suzuha's father?
なんか
I feel bad. There's no time for
こんなこと
this.
してる場合
お前のためではない
It's not for you.
全ては
We're doing it to save
お前を
Mayuri.
助けるため
Yeah.
I start up Daru's computer and search the net for communities of people who collect unique pins. I'll investigate tomorrow based on the information I find. There's a pin collecting group on a site called Frey Para, but where everyone shows off their collections. I post there asking for information. I'm sleeping on the couch when a loud alarm rings in my ears.
セルの襲撃
Is it, son? I jump and see Kurisu and Suzuha. Kurisu is holding her phone. That's the sound of the source.
Good morning
Good morning.
Her sour expression says it's not good at all. I wish she put herself in my shoes and see what it's like to be woken up suddenly like that. I check the time on my phone. It's just before 7 a.m.
起こしてくれたのか
You came to wake me up?
助かる
Thanks.
別にモーニングコー
I
ルしたわ
didn't
け
do
じ
it
ゃ
for
ない
you.
岡部倫太郎に
I asked her to wake you up, Okabe Rinaro.
起こしてもらったの
There's something I want to show you.
I realize there's a strange object sitting on the table in front of me.
これは
What's this?
ダイバージェンスメーター
Divergence meter. The numbers indicate the divergence value with the current world
ど
line.
こなのかを数値で表すこ
The
と
meter displays 0.337187.
私がもともといた
Divergent.
Divergence is measured from my original world line, which corresponds to 0.
あくまで相対的なものなんだ
作ったのか
You made this?
うん
Nah, I brought it with me from 2036.
これは
These are Nixie tubes, right?
いい
Whoever made this is taste.
未来ガジェット
I'd happily dub it Future Gadget number 9.
これ一
How
体どういう
exactly
仕
does
組み
it
なの
work? It
世
shouldn't be
界線の
possible
数
to
値化
measure
なんて
changes
可
like
能と
that.
は思えない
Suzuha shrugs.
私もわかんない
I don't know either.
わからない
You don't know?
これ作ったの
Can you guess who made
知
it?
ってる
How should I know?
君だよ
You did, Okabe Rintaro.
は
Huh?
君が作った
You made it.
確
11
か
years from
今
now.
から11
It
年後
apparently works the same way as your special
君
power
が持って
does.
いる特殊な力を
そうなの
Huh.
このメーターがあれば
So this meter lets
岡
other
部以
people
外で
check
も
world
世界
line
線の変動
divergence.
を確認できる違う違う
I wish.
多分
I'm pretty sure only Okabe Rintaro would notice that the number
そ
changed.
れに気づけるのは
Well,
それじゃあ意味
then
ないじゃ
there's
な
no
い
point.
もっと
Make
まと
something
もなも
useful
の作りな
for
さい
once,
よ岡部
Okabe.
I ignore Kurisu's complaints and look at the meter again. This is something I made. 15 years have passed since I completed it. 11 years will pass before I complete it. It's a pretty strange feeling.
Only the person who made it knows how it works. Wait 11 years. I'm sure he'll have it figured out by then.
未来で俺と
Have you ever met me in the future? She did say I was an infamous terrorist in 2036. For some reason, Suzuha's expression darkened momentarily.
No. Never.
そうか
Oh,
で
so why are you showing me
今
this?
ここで俺に
When the meter reads over 1%, you made it into the beta word line.
1%
1%.
Right. Reach 1% divergence and you'll save Sheena Mayuri.
I stare at the glowing red numbers. They don't budge. Just another 0.6%. It seems so easy. But there are 6 digits after that decimal point and no 10 places. No 10th place. What does that mean? Something tells me it won't be as easy as it looks.
You can have it.
No
No point in me carrying it around. I hope you find a use for it.
Cool, I've got my divergence meter. Based on recommendations from the BBS thread, which, just pointing it out, I can never not read that as birth by sleep. God damn it, Kingdom Hearts, you've ruined me. I spend the morning visiting stores in Akiba. My destinations run the gamut from otaku stores packed with anime goods and souvenir shops full of Olympic memorabilia. I even visit a few that specialize in locally manufactured goods. But although I hit just about every kind of store that could be considered niche, I'm unable to find anything that resembles Suzuha's pin. Maybe I should go all the way to Wikibukuro or Nakano. I start heading back to the lab, but just then, a street vendor catches my eye. The storekeeper is a foreigner covered in tattoos. The table next to him is covered with accessories and other fashion items. This is the first time I've seen such a stylish street stand in Akiba. Most vendors just sell random junk. It's not like I have anything to lose, so I walk over and check out the selection. Among various accessories, I see a number of metal pins. What a coincidence. Could he have a pin like Suzuha's? I don't see 7010 logo on any of the display cases, but I better ask just to make sure. He's a foreigner, so maybe I should use English? Our eyes meet. His are as bright and blue as the sky. I quickly look away. Damn, he must think I'm a coward. Better get this over with.
Hey, master! I am mad scientist. So cool! Son of a bitch!
I'm just gonna let him do his own narration here because I don't need to.
はい何ですか
Can I help you? He smiles a wide, toothy smile. Nice teeth, and answers in Japanese. I was hoping for more of a reaction. I have a question if you don't
ちょっと聞
mind.
きたいことがある
I take the photocopy of Suzuha's pin out of my pocket.
これに見覚えが
Does this look familiar? The man stares at it for a while, then shrugs and shakes his head in an exaggerated manner typical of Westerners.
これの出所が知りたい
I want to know where it
調
came
べる
from.
ことができないか
Can you help me find out?
ああ
Remember. Sorry, it's a
ちょ
little
っと難しいで
difficult.
すね
Yeah. What is he saying?
By the way これはどこで手
By
に
the
入れた
way
ものなんですか
Where'd you get this thing?
それを知りたい
That's what I want to know. I'll compensate you.
ごめんなさい
I sorry. He apologizes in broken Japanese. It looks like this is another dead end. Just in case I give him my contact information and ask him to get in touch if he finds out anything. Then I turn to leave.
Okabe Rintaro!
Suzuha is standing a short distance away. She's holding a drink. It's my favorite, Dr. P. Wait, no, that's just cola.
Sup? Want a drink?
I accept the offer and quench my thirst while leaning on the roadside fence. Last time I saw her, Suzuha was on her way to Kanda to continue the search. How long has she been standing there? Anything?
Nope. So, what was with your English back there? It sounded dumb. So cool. Is that standard English in this era?
Of course not.
Oh, so it's an Okabe Rintaro original. I guess no overseas travel in my time, so I wouldn't know.
No overseas travel? What? Do you mean it all?
Pretty much. Travel permits are hard to get, and they'd never issue one for a vacation. I've never seen a foreigner before coming to this time.
So in the future, no one's allowed to leave Japan? Japan was like that a few centuries ago when the Tokugawa shogunate closed the country to the west. It sounds like CERN set international relations back hundreds of years. Perhaps why there's no war in Suzuha's time. It's hard for conflicts to emerge when races and cultures can't interact. Sounds kind of like a prison with invisible walls, guarded by CERN and the Committee of 300. I mean, ending war is obviously a good thing, but... Anyway, there's no point in thinking about the distant future now. We need to come up with a new plan. The sunlight beats on my head, making it hard to think. I feel like I'm standing in a sauna. Why does the sun hate me so much? Shining in the center of the sky like he owns the damn place. Damn it, why can't we find any information on this pin? I suppose it's no skin off my back if we don't find Suzuha's father. As long as Daru fixes the time machine, nothing else matters. So why do I feel bad about my lack of progress? I really don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated by my own powerlessness. I can't save Mayuri. I can't fix Suzuha's time machine. I can't even help Kurisa with the time leap upgrade. So what am I good for? The only thing I can do is help Suzuha find her father. Maybe this pin is newer than we think. I mean, maybe it hasn't been made yet. Suzuha stretches, then looks at me with a calm smile.
Maybe I'm not meant to meet him. I mean, we tried everything and still no sign. It's just not in the cards, I guess.
I feel a surge of anger at her words. Here I am stewing in self-loathing, and she acts like it doesn't matter. How can you give up? We still have one more day!
Why are you getting mad?
Everyone's fighting for you! Don't you get it? Me? I want to prioritize Mayuri over everything else! But you're still a lab mem, and a friend. When a friend's in trouble, you want to help them. That's how Mayuri felt, and I agree. That's why I'm searching. So how dare you be the first to give up?
You don't have to yell.
Don't disappoint me like this. I tell myself to calm down. This is just my own feelings of impotence boiling over. There's no time for this.
I'm sorry, but maybe you should think about how I feel.
I realize that we have an audience. Some pedestrians are grinning at us, like they think we're a bickering couple or something. I take a deep breath. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. It's too awkward to make eye contact. So I look around, pretending to think. Alright, what next? Wonder how the other lab members are progressing. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. He's been working in that heat for hours, so we should bring him something cold to drink. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone, trying to find some information on Suzuha's father. If I close my eyes, I can still recall her death. Deaths in every detail. I resist the urge to pound my head against the wall. Although we still have 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about leaving her alone. But currently all I can do is search for this pin. We decided to try Ikebukuro as our last stop of the day. It'd be nice to visit home, but I don't have the time. And besides, Suzua's with me. God damn it, Mom, she's not my girlfriend. That's probably Kurisu at this rate. Or Mayuri, one of the two. Either's a good choice at this point. Our search turns up nothing. As the evening wears on without a single lead, Suzuha and I grow quieter and quieter. We're exhausted from walking, and we can't help shake the feeling that our efforts are futile. This isn't good. By the way, I try stirring up a conversation. I should get her to talk about the future. After all, she is a time traveler. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I remember how shocked Kurisu was to learn that she'd only lived to be 44. And I was told that I'd become a terrorist. Am I really famous in 2036?
As a terrorist.
Oh. So, what did I do to be called a terrorist?
You rebelled against CERN. You're actually one of the founding members of the Resistance, just like my dad.
I helped found the Resistance? I guess it makes sense, given what we're going through now. Suzuha is from the future of this timeline, where Mayuri is doomed to die, and where CERN forces Kurisu to build a time machine. In such a future, how could I not rebel against CERN? Rebellion against the system. Destruction of order. A new age of chaos. Aren't those my ambitions as a mad scientist? How stupid.
Stupid?
How can I still be chasing some Chunibyo fantasy when I can't even save Mayuri?
You're fighting to free humanity. I think it's a noble cause.
Suzuha is part of the resistance I form. Does that mean she's my subordinate in the future? What sort of man am I? Suzuha's expression darkens.
I said we'd never met before, remember?
Never?
Never. You were killed by CERN in 2025.
I was killed by the same people who killed Mayuri. They had no reservations about murdering an innocent girl. I doubt they would hesitate to kill a terrorist.
Maybe I should have told you sooner. Understand? If you don't change the future, you're going to die in 15 years. Shina Mayuri will die. You will die. Makase Kurisu will be a slave to CERN. It ends badly for every lab mem.
What about Daru?
I don't remember hearing about him. I have heard of the legends of a wizard class hacker, though. I don't understand what wizard class means in the first place.
Wizard class. I coined that term. I can imagine Daru slowly insinuating himself into every corner of the internet until it becomes a godlike viral presence that not even CERN can comprehend.
Anyway, I don't want that to happen to you guys. That's one more reason I need to find an IBM 5100 and change the future. Until I came to this time, you guys were just stories, history. But now, you're my friends. I want to save you.
Appreciated. You are a lab mem, now and forevermore.
Thanks.
Are you sure I can finish the time leap machine in a day? We still haven't found our lifter substitute, remember? I can't upgrade it without it. I already told Kurisu I was confident in her ability to complete the time machine on time. But it occurs to me that I forgot to tell her about the 42-inch CRT. Our lifter is the 42-inch CRT downstairs. The electrical discharge phenomenon occurs when it's turned on, so don't worry about it. Just finish the upgrade. I send a reply and decide to keep searching for the pin with Suzuha just a little bit longer. Time is quickly running out. Is there anything more we can do? It's early evening, but the roof of Radakan is still hotter than hell. When I provide Daru with the refreshing gift of Dr. P, a frown appears on his sweaty face. You're supposed to give me an ice cold Coke Zero calorie. No, that would make sense. An ice cold Coke Zero. It's alright. I prefer Diet. Is there a difference between Diet Coke and Coke Zero? I don't fucking know. You're supposed to give me an ice cold 0-calorie cola. Common sense, man. I forgot he's a cola guy. No sense letting it go to waste. I drink the Dr. P myself. Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away.
Hey, Ocarine! Isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine?
Yeah, I guess so. I thought that Taita's time machine was a car, a 1970s Chevy. Never even occurred to me to suspect it's a satellite. I should know better than to take anything for granted. In retrospect, the satellite was suspicious from the start. Not only had it appeared out of nowhere, but Taita only started posting afterwards. I'm disappointed in myself for not realizing the connection. Yeah, I realized this shit back in like episode 7, so... It's a random stab, I don't know if it was that one.
I'm glad Suzu-san wasn't hurt in the crash.
I doubt it was anything like a crash. Probably just appeared there, displacing the wall, which then collapsed around it. After all, the time machine isn't self-propelled. It doesn't fly.
I heard it's really hard to drive.
I guess you heard that from Suzuha.
If the gravitational coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes poop. And she even said her time machine's unstable since it's not a CERN model. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit.
What would you do in 1975?
I'd chase Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's going to be okay.
Just like you did before CERN broke in. Something tells me that won't be much help.
Hey, Ocarine! Do you think the time machine has a name?
The name? That's the least I want to know about the time machine. Time permitting, I'd like to spend the whole day picking Suzuha's brain. I'm pretty sure John Taita's time machine has a model number. But the John Taita from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. There was no John Taita in 2000 on this world line after all. Although, I suppose it's possible that Suzuha will drop by 2000 after traveling to 1975. If you want to know, just ask Taita.
Oh yeah! I usually didn't think of that!
Maybe she giggles, then runs off to talk to Suzuha. She comes back quickly.
Yep, it has a name.
What is it?
FG204, something something, she said.
Something, something?
Anyway, do you think Dokun and Suzu-san are a good match?
Huh? Mayuri's jumping all over the place today. Look at Daru and Suzuha again. How'd you figure? Daru's all about Farish, you know.
Oh, really?
She tilts her head to the side. Good grief. Mayuri and I aren't of any use. I prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mayuri seems happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner. Maybe 2 days just aren't enough. No, that's quitters talk. Like I told Suzuha, I don't want to give up. Besides, even if we don't get the information we need in this time, I can just use the time leap machine to repeat these 2 days until we do. Oh yeah, Mayuri. What happened to your costumes? There's only a few more days until Kamima. I remember Mayuri pulling all-nighters to get her costume done. Has that changed?
I already made 2 costumes. One for Kaede-chan and one for Fubuki-chan.
Aren't you making a third for Lukako?
Yeah, I was. But I couldn't convince her, so I gave up this time. Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at this time machine?
Just don't get in the way.
Okie dokie!
Mayuri beams happily, then runs over to the time machine. He's acting like this is a field trip. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. It's quite a view from up here. After a few minutes of watching the sunset in silence, I realized that Suzuha is standing beside me. She must have come over as Mayuri left. Our shadows are long and murky.
Ashida Ito is amazing. Said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow.
Why have we got this, like, really... Nope, wrong button. Where's the hide the menu button? That's the one. Why have we got this really cute-looking picture of Amame right here? Now is not the time I need fan service over this, girls. Save that for the fucking dating game that they brought out. He's a man who gets things done.
And he looks so unhealthy and slow.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I have a better impression of him now. Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never get another chance.
Why so melodramatic?
I'm really grateful to you. All of you. When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own. This era is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing. But it scares me. All I knew was the fight against CERN. Now I have friends. Real friends who I can share my secrets with. All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling, but a happy one too. I wanted you to know that.
Suzuha's tone is wistful. Why? I try to speak, but she continues before I can.
Living with you guys in this time, it's been real fun. When I met you, you were all so strange and unique and over the top. I was kind of shocked at first, actually. Before you knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. 2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that?
How could I? Not even alive in 2036, right? Oh. Nope, wrong voice. That was nearly Joshua / Bayday.
Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, people don't fight. Ever. About anything. All forms of conflict, war included, has vanished. Poof, without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes like fish. No one has ambition. Nobody dreams. They just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. For sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no individuality. Everyone's a robot. You got real mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy.
You're a strange girl.
I guess so.
Suzuha looks at the time machine. Dara and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or another.
You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Shina Mayuri, Ishida Ritaru, even Makase Kurisu. And of course, you.
Don't be ridiculous. There's nothing enviable about me. I'm worthless. I can't even save Mayuri.
I want to be more like you.
If you ask me, you're the amazing one.
I'm happy to hear you say that. It's all thanks to you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab man, even if just a little while, it was great.
She smiles and then a soft and sad smile that tears at my heart. What does it mean?
Being with you guys, even if just for a little while, it was great.
Suzuha?
Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make a world like this one where people can be free.
Hey, come on. Why are you being so sentimental? Does she not want to go to 1975? But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards? Even as I think of it, I realize how wrong I am. Of course. When Suzuha completes a mission and brings us the IBM 5100, the world line will change. The future will be rewritten, and the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place. But even so, it was her home. She has friends there, I'm sure. Comrades in arms and memories of her father, Barrel Tighter. All of that will be lost to her forever. No wonder she's getting sentimental. After we fix the time machine, let's have a party.
Thanks.
And yet, she's still smiling that sorrowful smile. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of a pin. But the day has ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. A couple of hours later, and still no luck. So far, I've accomplished absolutely nothing. My frustration is mounting. I can time leap again, but will that really help us find Suzuha's father? An unfamiliar number. Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro.
Oh my god, it's that weird man from the sidewalk! The voice is heavily accented. I can barely make it out. Who is this guy? Son! I jump to my feet and scan the room, then run to the window and check the road below. No suspicious figures in sight. Kurisu comes out of the development room and gives me a questioning look, but I wave her back inside. Son! What is that? I gulp and carefully choose my words. Identify yourself. You, one more afternoon, came to our factory, made inquiry, and told me your telephone number, you know? What are you saying? No, wait. I've heard this broken Japanese before. The strange Japanese filters through my brain, connecting synapses. That's right. It's that Forest Street vendor I met this afternoon in front of Akiba. Identified. Nice to meet you. Oh, you're welcome. Oop, I never thought I'd get to dig out this voice, but my god, I'm going for it. Sorry, I need a minute to channel my inner Krillin. Hold on. Goku! There we go. I've got it. I've got it. I do custom work. Yesterday night, a guest come here, I remembered. That guest was pleased make pins, same one you had. I don't quite get what he's saying, but he seems really excited about it. I'll head there right now. I go into the same spot as before. Although his stand has already closed, the Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe!
Oh, Okabe! Hello! This voice has changed, but I don't give a shit. Where did that guest of yours go?
Client
come here was yesterday time. The blue-eyed white man shrugs his shoulders. So it was yesterday. He contacted me because he remembered. What was his contact info? His name and address. Poison! Guess just for stimulation! Private information have nothing! So last night, someone came by wanting to make a metal pins with the same design as Suzua's. But he died of poisoning? The guest was just a simulation, so there's no private information? I'm not following.
Japanese,
very studious and awarding private information. Become nervous and serious, yes? That doesn't help. If guest had give name or telephone number, however, no leak. That is business. Fatigue suddenly weighs down on my shoulders. I don't understand a word he's saying anymore. My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Kurisu to speak English for me. I guess I'll just have to wing it. What did your customer look like? Man? Woman? Well, so young. Or so middle. Japanese have young face. Just by look, no understand. Anything else? Maybe a judo fighter? Or pro wrestler? What? Judo? Pro wrestler? What do you mean by that? He was built? Yes! That wasn't a yes-no question. What the hell do you mean? Balloon! Was balloon! Balloon? Judo? Pro wrestling? Good! No! No, not good! Are you trying to confuse me? I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walking by and runs off. I considered chasing him, but decided against it to avoid police attention. I give up. The search had hit a dead end, and we barely have any time left to find Barrel Tighter. I can time leap again, starting at 2 PM tomorrow. Looks like all I can do is wait till Christina's done working, then leap to the time this suspicious character appears at the stand. Kurisu carefully connects the 2 cords she's holding. Done. The time leap machine is complete. It's 2:30 on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. Kurisu walks into the lounge with a satisfied look on her face. It's just me, her, and Suzuha in the lab. I had Daru Mayuri head to Radakan, ostensibly to work on the time. That don't make sense to me, but I don't know. Ostensibly to work on the time machine.
So that's the time leap machine.
So Suzuha gazes at the machine, at the now complete machine in awe. I've already explained to her how time leaping works. It's as different as can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies.
It makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting.
Suzuha crosses her hands behind her head and looks up at the ceiling.
Intuition. Sixth sense. Deja vu. I wonder if these things are actually you recalling future memories. Some of CERN's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. Maybe it's similar to that. I just wish we knew more about Okabe's reading Steiner thing.
I'm very well aware that Suzuha's become more southern as this game's gone on. Ask me if I give a shit. If anything, it helps me differentiate between her and Faris. Other than the fact that when I do Faris, I need to shift all the phlegm off my chest.
Is it unique to Okabe? Does everyone have the potential for it, and Okabe's is just stronger by coincidence?
One thing's for certain, my consciousness leaps through to the past along with my memories.
I still don't understand what that is, or why that is. It would make more sense if you experienced the change in the present, like you do when we send a D-mail. Does your consciousness depend on your memories? The problem is that consciousness doesn't have a form and that we can see. Same goes for the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven. And nobody's proven what forms consciousness either. You see, that's a little disappointing.
Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events with a more precision than D-Mel, but other events are locked in by convergence. I can change the method of Mayuri's death, but never the fact that she dies.
That's not how it works. The future is always determined.
And why does the path there change?
Because the world line changes. When you leap into the past and take different actions from before, divergence changes, if only by a little bit. In most cases, that fluctuation won't amount to more than 0.000001% on the divergence meter. Small changes might not register at all. When you change the cause, the effect merely shifts to a separate, already existing world line. Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference.
So that is why reading Steiner didn't react. It's not
like the previous world line disappears. It keeps existing for as long as there's another possible world line. That's the many worlds interpretation, right? In any case, they're not parallel worlds.
So is the future reconstructed?
I guess you could say that.
I'm confused again. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Anyway, that's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. I explain the situation to Kurisu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately. You know what the problem is? We've got to, like, spend God knows how long explaining to everyone these issues. We gotta waste a fair amount of time for Suzuha to explain her whole rigmarole and for me to tell Kurisu that she needs a fork. Although, speaking of, I feel like I'm gonna leave this here for the time being. I've only recorded 2 episodes tonight, and that's not for lack of wanting to record more. It's the fact that I started late, and I hate having to go to work, but my god, we gotta do it. I need to eat. That's just a general statement, not like a I need to eat now thing. Me talking shit again. I'm good at that. Anyway, thank you all for watching these last couple episodes of Steins Gate. If you like the video in any capacity, feel free to give the video a like down below. Leave a comment on whatever you feel like. I don't know who her dad could be, possibly, but I'm about to find out, so. Other than that, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post other videos, be they of this, either Somnium Files or Pokemon Shield. I almost forgot the other series I'm running. I don't know why. It just happens sometimes. But yeah, if you want to keep up to date with whenever I post videos on any of the above listings, you can subscribe to the channel. In theory, YouTube sends you alerts, although I think for the alerts to come through, you actually have to press the bell icon now. Because, you know, didn't fucking work. We made one button, then we made it obsolete, and then we made the button to replace the button that's meant to do what it does. YouTube's dumb. YouTube is real fucking dumb. Especially with this copper shite. Anyway, that's me going off on a tangent. Yeah, subscribe and press the bell button thingy. In short. So, if nothing else, you made me feel good today by pressing the button. Because nothing makes me feel better than looking at an arbitrary number increase. Oh, God. And sometimes I know how Okabe feels when you sit there. It's like, oh, today I just feel like shit because I don't feel like I can accomplish anything in life. Man, that got dark real quick. End the fucking video. Thank you all for watching. I've been Nyx, and I will see you guys next time. Laters!